Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from CBS This Morning that was written by Nicole Brown and published on January 24th. And I saw this and it's so sad. They're like, ooh, Elizabeth Warren responds like, ooh, look at, she countered shit. Ooh, you go girl. Like they're trying to prop her ass up here in this article. All right. When a fucking father who said, you know what, we're going to live within our means so that we don't end up in huge debt. Our daughter don't end up in huge debt. This guy, he saved up his money and paid for his college. Now, same ethic, used it when it came to his daughter. I mean, I read another article where they talk about all that. They don't cover that in this article. Okay. And they go, ooh, like Elizabeth burned him. And like, it's so sad because she didn't. She just showed how fucking ignorant she really is. Anyway, Elizabeth Warren responds after angry dad confronts her on student loans. You mean after a dad? He wasn't an angry dad. Like they're trying to make it sound like, oh, well, he was like a Spurgeon kind of dad, you know, like he was upset. No, he just called out her bullshit. And then when she fucking couldn't, when she just was like, well, yeah, you're fucked. That's when he kind of went like, no, this is complete horseshit. That's not being angry. Okay. Like they're trying to portray it, but whatever. Oh, excuse me. Let's get into the article here. After being confronted by a man questioning her student loan forgiveness plan, Democratic presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren dismissed his argument. Okay, his argument was, so I saved up, I paid for my college. My friend went out, pissed his money away, made more money than me, kept his student loans going to this point. He's going to get fucking forgiveness. Well, yeah, am I going to get anything? No. Well, my daughter, I saved up. I worked double shifts. I busted my ass. I put money away. She doesn't have any student debt. Is she going to get anything? Well, these other kids who fucking didn't do anything like that, because his daughter even saved up towards her college education. But those other kids and their parents, because they didn't do a damn thing like that, they're going to get rewarded and I'm not. And she was like, well, basically. And he's like, well, that's kind of bullshit. This is like the stupidest idea you've had, you dumb bitch, kind of like idea. And this is her response we'll see here right now. Okay, which is how she dismissed the argument, supposedly. We don't build in America by saddling our kids with debt, she said on CBS This Morning, Friday. We didn't saddle them with debt. We didn't hoist the debt on them. Well, no, wait a minute. You and your fellow fucking shitbag politicians who keep increasing the debt. No, you've saddled our kids with debt. On the note of the college education thing, they chose to take on debt to go and get degrees in useless fucking things like New Age tarot card reading and fucking gender studies and stupid shit like that. That's on them. They chose to take on that debt. We didn't saddle them with it. That's not dismissing them. That's not dismissing his argument or dismissing the shit that he called her out on. Would be more accurate. That's basically trying to brush it off. Like, oh, he'd be stupid. He got no clue. I'm big-brained. No, you're a fucking moron. You at CBS trying to say that's dismissing it, and her thinking that is a dismissal. You're both morons for that. In the exchange, which was caught on video and posted to Twitter Tuesday, the father tells Warren that he saved all of his money for his daughter's college education. Am I going to get my money back? He asked her, to which she said, of course not. And he also brought up the fact that his friend still has student debt. I mean, okay, they're like the same age. His friend still has student debt that he's paying off at this fucking point. He didn't. And he's like, am I going to get anything? Is my kid going to get anything? And she's like, of course not. So you're going to pay for people who didn't save any money, and those of us who did the right thing get screwed. So you're going to pay for people who didn't save any money, and those of us who did the right thing get screwed, he said. Very valid question. And she basically, I'm dead. Like she couldn't, she had to come up with some stupid response, which, I mean, here. Asked how she responds to him and others with the same opinion, because she couldn't really respond at the time. Warren said, look, we build a future going forward by making it better. I mean, this was her, like, actual response to it type thing, like, type of mentality. And I believe she actually said this, I'm sorry. in response to him at the time. Look, she did. Look, we build a future going forward by making it better. By the same logic, what would we have done? Not started Social Security because we didn't. This part I don't believe she said originally. I think she said this later on when she was asked about it. This last part. Because she said, well, we're building a future forward by making it better, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think she said this last part. But anyway, not started Social Security because we didn't start it last week for you or last month for you. Now, first off, Social Security you're comparing apples and horse apples. Okay? Yeah, you're comparing apples to horse shit here. Because for starters, when Social Security was started, it was voluntary. You did not have to partake in Social Security. You didn't have to pay into Social Security. If you chose that, you weren't going to collect on Social Security, but you had the free choice. You had free will. You didn't have to get a Social Security number because back then, people knew that Social Security and the Social Security number were shady as all fucking hell because it was literally the same exact numbering system that a particular German contracted IBM to come up with to track a certain group of people that he threw in really shitty camps that you wouldn't want to go to for even summertime, if you catch my drift. You know, where the ovens run really, really hot. Yeah, that's literally what the Social Security number is today. The same exact numbering system. And it was optional. You didn't have to get the Social Security number. You didn't have to sign up for Social Security. And they're trying to compare that to debt that idiots choose to take on for useless fucking degrees that aren't going to get them ahead in life and only lead to them, being baristas going, so you want a half-calf? You know, I mean, come on now. That ain't riddling them with debt. That's them choosing to take on debt for stupid shit like that. For stupid programs that aren't going to get them ahead in this life. When asked if she was saying tough luck to those people, she said no, but went into a story about how she was given a shot to go to college even though her family had no money. Now, this is why I chose this particular article. She leaves out the fact that she got a full boat, free ride, fucking scholarship before this $50 semester bullshit narrative that she's pushing, okay, to I believe it was George Washington University, okay? I'm trying to remember, but I believe it was George Washington University. She got a full fucking boat ride, and she pissed it all away. So she doesn't mention it, because she doesn't want people to know that she got a full boat ride. And this $50 semester shit was when she married her man because she dropped out of college. She dropped out and gave up a full boat free fucking ride because she met her husband. Oh, that don't look good for the fucking narrative she's pushing because she pissed away a fucking top-notch education to get married. Which in this day and age of the fourth wave feminazi shit, okay, that doesn't go over too well. You had money. You weren't that piss poor, bitch. Oh my God, they had the money to put in the fucking application to get you into George Washington University. You had to put money in to pay for the application. But they had no money. They had the money for the fucking application, bitch. For you to get a goddamn free fucking education, you pissed away. There was $50 a semester. There was $50 a semester option for me. I was able to go to college and become a public school teacher because America had invested in a $50 a semester option for me, she said. Today, that's not available. All right, number one, that wasn't an American thing. That was a state level thing, bitch. Number two, $50 when you went to college 40 fucking years ago, okay, was, like $400 or fucking probably closer. Actually, no. That'd be way more. Because in my lifetime, inflation, okay, it takes twice as much to get the same amount, almost exactly, okay, from 20 years ago. Now, inflation's moved really quickly, especially since Baby Bush. But $50 a semester, that would be, because the average salary, you were making like $1 or $2 an hour. Okay, which would be like the idea of making, so that's $400 or $500 worth. That's still pretty fucking cheap, but that was community college too. What she leaves out is that $50 a semester was when she started back at a community fucking college. She makes it sound like that $50 was for a really good school. No, she went to a community college when she was paying $50 a semester. Then she transferred to a place where I'm sure it was way more than $50 a semester. This bitch lies like a fucking rug. She lies worse, okay, than a bad toupee. And this idea today that's not available. Excuse me, but there are programs where you can get reduced tuition, especially at community fucking colleges. Don't say it's not available. Warren said to save the next generation from trillions of dollars of debt, the country has to invest again. So you want the country to fucking pay for useless fucking degrees because these idiots chose to take on the debt, and you want it to wipe out their debt. Are you seriously this fucking deluded, thinking that's a good idea? Oh, wait, you are. You're campaigning on it. We don't build in America by saddling our kids with debt. We didn't saddle them with debt. They chose to take on the debt. Okay? They chose to go to a more expensive school in some cases. Then there are other options on the table. That's on them. We build in America by saying we're going to open up those opportunities for kids to be able to get an education without getting crushed by student loan debt, she said. Well, here's the thing. They don't all have to go to fucking college, number one. They can go to a trade school. We need electricians. We need plumbers. We need welders. We need all these skilled labor positions where you make way more fucking money than you would in most cases with a college degree now. And there's a shortage like you wouldn't believe for these positions. But, every kid's got to go to college because, yeah. And this idea of getting an education without getting crushed by student loan debt. As colleges became more and more about the college experience, the costs increased because all the little fucking bells and whistles and perks that they throw into with the thing, with the experience, raised the price in part. And because they made themselves more and more exclusive, they said, we can charge more and more fucking money. So these idiots go, well, you know what? I really want to waste my money good after bad. I'm going to go to an Ivy League school and I'm going to get a totally useless, degree like gender studies, anything in those type of bullshit fucking humanities fucking things like, racial studies, like whether it's black studies, Hispanic studies, gender studies, which I already mentioned on the note of like, say anything like that. But those types of degrees are fucking useless. And people are paying top dollar for shit like that. And you want to say that they're getting saddled with that? They chose to take it on. They chose to put themselves in a situation where they took out more money than they could afford to pay back with the education that they got. Because when you fucking take it and get a useless fucking degree, the most you're ever going to be able to do is work at a fucking low-paying goddamn job, okay? And you're going to be in debt for the rest of your fucking life. That's common fucking sense. They didn't get saddled with that. They chose that life. This is fucking ridiculous. The senator was also asked whether she and fellow Democratic presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders had worked out their differences, and if she was surprised the public got to hear their conversation after the last debate when she confronted him, saying, "I think you called me a liar on national TV." But she refused to comment. Well, yeah, because her and CNN, her campaign team, her and CNN fucking staged that shit. They fucking had that all rigged. That was set and ready to go. If you if you couldn't see that there was collusion going on between CNN and Warren's people and her, you're a fucking idiot. How convenient they got that footage. I've said all I'm going to say about this, she said. Yes, because she looks like a fucking idiot because she got called out on her and CNN staging that shit, and she knows she needs that to just go away because it don't look good for her. Asked specifically about Hillary Clinton's claim about Sanders in a new documentary that nobody likes him, nobody wants to work with him, Warren said, I'm not going there. Well, yeah, because you're just a sleazy little backstabbing bitch. You don't have the balls to fucking stab him right in the front and call him out like that in public and say stupid shit like that. Now, do you? Because you're a fucking sleazebag. At least Clinton, she's a sleazebag. She'll do shit like that right out in the open. You'd rather just do some backstabbing, backroom planning with fucking CNN and try to hang the little fucking Jewish bastard. That'd make you fucking racist, wouldn't it? Let's bring the Jew card in it. You're fucking racist. Anyway, let's get to the last part here. Warren, along with Sanders and 2 other Democratic senators running for president, had to leave the campaign trail to be at the Senate impeachment trial of Donald Trump. The Iowa caucus is on February 3rd. Yeah, and basically, they think they're going to, because this is so sad. Creepy Uncle Joe is now starting to putter out. All right, people are starting to see that his brain is all fucked up. He can't form a coherent fucking sentence. They don't want Bernie, and they're now trying to set up fucking Warren to take the place as the fucking leader, the establishment fucking candidate. It's so fucking sad. Oh, God, this is so sad. I mean, literally, you got Warren trying to use a bullshit example of Social Security, which was optional at the time that it was created. And that being the case, most people did not actually sign up for it. It was the handout fucking, progressive loving types that did. Most Americans, they made their own arrangements for retirement and their care when they got older. It was like family and shit like that. They put their money away and they saved. They didn't rely on Social Security. See, to use that example and then go, well, college debt, we saddle them with debt. We got to improve their lives. We got to wipe out their debt that they chose to take on. Life doesn't work like that. If you want to wipe out debt, how about you wipe out my mortgage? How about you wipe out a car payment for me? How about you wipe out all this shit? Oh, no, that isn't politically expedient for you. Wiping out 6 figures of fucking college fucking debt that someone chose to take on. Oh, that's politically expedient. That makes me look good. I'm helping children. Most of the people that are going to be helped by that at this point, because it's anyone who has fucking student loan debt, are fucking millennials that are working as fucking baristas and shit. Give me a break. People in their fucking 30s that should have been able to pay that fucking shit off if they got a real fucking degree and a real fucking discipline and then went to work in said discipline instead of flipping burgers at fucking McDonald's or fucking making coffees at fucking Starbucks. I mean, this is horse shit. Oh, anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.